What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Plant and Push.
Yo, Leaf here. Tell me if I got.
Deuce. Man, have you ever heard the term death by a thousand cuts?
I have. It is a very awful way to die.
True.
Oh my goodness, dude. Think of that. People that used to do that. That shit
Yeah.
is crazy.
Just imagine you just like convicted for something. You're just sitting there just taking them, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I wonder like which cut it gets to before you're just like, you don't feel anything anymore. Or
Yeah.
if, once you get to that thousand cut, you're like just slowly can start to just bleed out. Like it has to. I mean, you have to hit like a major artery or a vein or something if you're gonna be cut 1,000 times and start to bleed out before you get to that last one.
Yeah, bro. And dude, can you imagine just watching like one of the person be like, oh, you that one cut. Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt.
Like, is it just like the same person doing all 1,000 cuts, or you think they used to break it up?
I don't know. I feel like what I'm envisioning is everybody's like, yeah, we're getting a piece, bro. Which is so bad. It's like, I want a piece of that.
Oh man, it's just like when people used to stone people to death.
Oh, brother, tar and feathering. Oh my god.
Tar and feather. Wait, what?
Yeah, bro. They used to throw tar on people and throw feather on them.
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
Crazy time.
Like some hot tar, I'm sure too, just start to melt.
Oh.
Ooh, that would be awful, man. I'm just thinking about it.
Oh, dude, that's just like the tip of the iceberg. I feel like as far as those kind of things, this is so dark at the beginning.
I know at the beginning. Have you ever been to like the Renaissance Festival?
I have not actually.
So they do one every summer. Shoot, it's probably getting ready to start now, but
That sounds kind of fun.
it's actually really cool because like the people they get into costumes and like get into character and stuff. And then one of the most fun exhibits they have is a um, tomato tossing. Like there's a heckler, and if you miss him, he's like talking mad stuff. Dude. Like B and I've only been there one time with them, and they he was talking mad shit, bro. Like, we're like, oh, we gotta get him now. But they had like all these different exhibits, but they also had this whole room that you can go into with like just these awful freaking torture machines, like stretching out the limbs and like putting people in like a makeshift device and things. Is just
oh jeez.
Yeah. Like it's just medieval, just barbaric, bro.
Oh, very barbaric. I'm very glad I was born in this time right now.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I feel like though, as time has gone on, when you're studying history, you start to look at like we're talking super barbaric punishments and things that were so physical. But as we continue to move along and new generations come about, I feel like more than anything anymore, it's a mind game. Like,
this is true.
Death by a thousand cuts might not be something that's physical, but it is something that plays a part on your mental.
Yeah, that's a really good point, a really good perspective as well. Thinking about the different stressors maybe that might be happening that we're not realizing for sure. Can you speak a little bit more to that, expand on that idea?
Yeah, I mean, when I think about the transition, obviously when the internet came on the scene, and for as long as humans have been around, like the internet has been around for such a small period of time. But the fact that people no longer, well, I'm sure there's still physical like torture and things that happen that thank God I don't see like that we don't see on a daily basis. But like the psychological warfare, like there's a show called Waco. It was about, man, I really hate that I can't think of the guy right now, but basically it was like this religious cult where they were trying to get the people out, and they were just blaring like loud music, like heavy metal and all this stuff to like kind of try to smoke people out. Long story short, it was super sad ending because pretty much the house burned down, everyone in it passed. Yeah, it was messed up. But anyway, on a lighter tone, in everyday life, really, what I start to think about is like death by a thousand cuts in the sense of what we do to ourselves when we're not taking care of like our person, meaning us. And like low stress, like constant low stress things that continue to build up. Procrastination, I think, is a huge one. And again, these are all self-inflicted things that we catch ourselves falling into. I know that I find myself falling in this deep abyss of,
Yeah.
it's just things that I continue to pile on just to feel busy. And then next thing you know, I get to a point where I'm so freaking overwhelmed
Yeah.
that it's hard to take the next step. And
Mm.
so, like, all these little stressors that start to combine
Yeah.
really start to make this thousand death by a thousand cuts. And then I get into this weird little mental space where it's just not fun. Have you ever experienced that?
This weekend, now that you mention it,
Really?
with music, when I was trying to put together all of the videos and stuff for my rollout, man, procrastination, and I found myself doing it a little at a time, but still in that sense, I was thinking, man, I should just really just knock this out, or I need to get through it, and man, I just find myself doing other things, or just couldn't really just sit down with it, and eventually I did, but throughout that process, man, I was just so mentally exhausted thinking about doing it, instead of just doing it.
Hmm.
For sure.
So when you are procrastinating on things
Yeah.
such as music,
Yeah.
what do you think it is within you that makes you want to procrastinate or just like get distracted or whatever it might be?
Um, I think what comes to mind is the fact of it making it real. In a sense, kind of backwards, I guess.
Hmm.
But like when you do an action or you go do whatever the case is, and it's okay, this is very real, this is happening, this is in the moment, those kind of different things. And I think for music, I definitely get a little bit in my head about it right before release. I'll start to be overly critical, like, no, it's not ready yet, or keep pushing it back for whatever reason. And I think deep down underlying that is just me having maybe a fear of it being real, like, oh, okay, I have to release this. 'Cause I'm very possessive with my music. I like holding it for myself for sure.
How
Um,
come?
I think it's because I put so much of me into it.
Hmm. It's a
Um,
vulnerable space.
yeah, and having people hear these songs for the first time, I feel naked for sure. I think is the best way that I can put it. This especially with these projects I'm getting ready to release. They're very very vulnerable, and I would say there's a lot of confessions, and just it's
Okay,
just
Usher.
very open. No, not like that. But these are my confessions.
Uh-huh, exactly.
For real. But yeah, man, just being just open, honest, and transparent, I think, and um having people see that definitely has like a fear, like, oh man, I just want to just like cover and hide or whatever the case is. But um sometimes you just need to sometimes just get it out there for sure.
I feel like I procrastinate too. I'm not as bad as I used to be.
Mm.
Just because I learned through in college, the more that you procrastinate, the more stress that it is all at once, and then there's all this energy that goes into it, and it's
Yeah.
like, man, if I just would have spaced it out,
Yeah.
like had benchmarks for myself, it could have just been done that much easier.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to think that I work a little bit better under pressure,
I was
but
just about to say it. It's like you lock in back
hey,
against the
hey,
wall.
you feel me? Sometimes when that 10-page paper is due the next day and you got
Oh
not
man.
even a paragraph in, you got to really, you've
Man.
been there before.
Oh brother, I had to throw on Game of Thrones soundtrack music, bro. I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
what it does, just dials me
No,
in.
that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like it's actual like a biological thing
Oh
that
shit.
actually Dr. J was
Oh.
telling me about it one time because he put me on to I think I can't remember the movie, but like super uh, well-known composer
Yeah.
that does like a bunch of soundtracks and stuff for like I don't what do you call them songs that don't have lyrics like just
Um
like instrumentals.
Instrumentals, compositions.
Composition probably is the
Yeah.
best one that would fit.
You got you.
But it's like it trains your mind to remember certain things like as you're studying or as you're
Mm.
doing a paper or anything like that. It
What?
helps your cognition actually. And so I started doing that whenever I'm doing like work or something, and
Yeah.
it certainly helps.
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't know about you, but when I'm doing some type of activity that really forces me to lock in,
Yeah.
if I hear like words in lyrics in a song or something,
Yeah.
like it throws me off because I want to listen to it.
Yeah.
But when I have kind of like more of a melody or composition in the background,
Yeah.
like it's like, all right, Max, it's time to go to work.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, to your point, man, like that's something that I started doing as well, is just like kind of locking in on those things and picking up on that. Do you think that screen time, since we're in this new digital age, when I
Oh,
say new, obviously we've been around it all pretty much our entire lives, but
yeah.
in the span of life, it's been such a small speck of history so far.
Yeah.
But do you feel that that plays a part in your stress, your energy, and those things?
Oh, for sure. I think screen time and within that screen time being on social media for sure. Man, just doom scrolling. Yeah, no, it's a very popular term right now, but it's real. It's in finding myself at night just scrolling. Sometimes in the morning, find myself scrolling when I could replace those things with other things that are a little bit more helpful. Maybe, not watching so many reels and maybe just sitting doing music instead or meditating or yoga, whatever the case is, for sure. But definitely too much screen time. I lose a quite a bit amount of time that could be put towards something else, you know?
Yeah, it's so weird, man, how we get so addicted to things like that.
Yeah.
Would you say you have an addictive personality?
Oh, for sure.
Do you?
Yeah, I definitely gotta be careful about some of the stuff that like I indulge in for sure, you know.
Mm.
Cause man, like that was like especially like food, man. That's like my one of my biggest things I was telling you about the other day. It's like, man, all I just keep hearing is what is it, gluttony. It's, oh my goodness, dog. I went to Dave's, dog, and told you I should not have gotten that extra tender, but I was feeling myself.
Sometimes you got to, man.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
calling your name.
Yeah, dog. And it's like when I just really like something, whether it's be like a certain food, or I do a lot of time like candy too, or like video games and stuff, or like a song, man, I'll just overdo it and it's very just like addicted, man. And I lose time that way too, through those kind of different addictions for sure.
Hmm.
Um, but do you have you ever tried using the what's it called, like the limiter on like the certain apps and stuff, or like social media?
No, I haven't. Mostly because I don't really have too much social media. Like
Oh,
obviously
yeah,
the
true.
like Instagram has been an entirely new experience for me. And I feel so old. I feel like freaking geriatric, bro, because I'm trying to freaking like ask you simple questions.
Yeah,
And one time when we were posting
yeah,
and we weren't around each other, but I was around KJ,
yeah.
and I was like, yo, bro, like I'm having a hard time like with indenting. How do you do this? I like to put the hashtags below the comment. And I
Yeah,
was just like, man, that was actually so sad that I just had to click one more thing.
no, it's
Um,
all
but
good, bro.
but
Sometimes some of the updates and just stuff is too much.
yeah, but yeah, to your point, for social media and things, I kind of keep an internal track, I guess, and
Yeah.
evaluate it in the sense of, you know, how your phone pops up like every Sunday, like you've had X
Oh,
amount of screen time.
yeah.
That's kind of how I keep myself in check.
Mm,
But
nice.
but there are definitely times where it'll be like a slow day
Yeah,
and where I could certainly be filling my time with a lot more useful things.
for sure.
Where, but when I notice that I'm not on social media as much, or just scrolling on the internet, looking at freaking driver heads or putter covers or, you know, new shoes or
Yeah,
whatever it might be.
yeah.
I just feel like a lot better about myself,
Mm,
like a lot, because I feel like I've actually done something to move the dial forward, whatever it
yeah,
might be.
yeah. That is true. I feel like my most productive days or the days where I feel best is when I'm not glued to my phone for sure.
Hmm.
So especially in the first thing in the morning, if it's just like on my phone 15 minutes, and then all right, I gotta go. I gotta get something going, where it's working out or doing cleaning or work, whatever cases. I definitely feel um a lot better. That's a very good point. For sure, man.
So you said when you wake up, the
Mhm.
first one of the first things you do is grab your phone and like check updates.
Yeah.
Do you ever have like a time where you don't do that?
Mm. As far as like in the mornings or like throughout
in the mornings when you wake up?
usually it's usually one of the first things for sure. It's very rare, I would say. Maybe on weekends, I'm not so like I need to check my phone like first thing is I think weekends usually not too much is going on generally.
Hmm.
But yeah, for sure, I definitely is one of those things that's that could be a lot better.
No, I hear you, man. Because it's like the older that we get, it feels like the more people need from us, the more demanding it, like
Yeah,
anything and everything is.
yeah.
Do you feel that too?
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is between different just different aspects of my life. I feel like I try to keep up so it doesn't get overwhelming later throughout the day or throughout the week for
Hmm.
sure.
And I think to what we were talking about with procrastination,
Yeah.
like one of the things that I do at times is like last night I was just trying to decompress because it
Yeah.
was a long day. It's been a long week, and I was just like, you know what? I don't even want to see my phone, so I turned it off. I turned it off for like
Oh,
a couple hours,
oh shit.
and I mean, mind you, I was on a different screen. I was playing Spider Man,
Oh,
but
that's still I think that's still good space away from your phone doing something else, you know?
absolutely. But one thing that it did open my eyes to was like every cut scene.
Mm-hmm.
I was like reaching, and I
Oh,
was like,
to
oh,
fill the time.
yeah, to like exactly. I'm like, bro, like you're literally engaged in one thing right now, one
Yeah.
entertainment source. Why do you have to have
Two.
another?
Yeah.
That
Man,
is just
it's crazy to see how society is essentially conditioned us or technology's conditioned us in that kind of sense.
yeah. In college, we watched this documentary for one of my marketing classes or something,
Yeah.
and it was called The Social Dilemma. Have you ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
It talks like it goes deep into like the neuroscience and things that like our body reacts to, and like the dopamines that getting likes or seeing something that we like,
Mm.
and how it spikes when those things happen,
Yeah.
especially like if our phone is notified and
Yeah.
that's one thing that I don't do actually. Like I
Uh,
only have one social media that I have notifications for. The rest I just keep off
oh,
because like bro, like Facebook, Instagram,
oh yeah.
one little thing is like you have a suggested this, that, and the other. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't need to see that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to have one extra thing bringing me back to my phone.
Yeah.
Um, but it was real interesting just how smart these tech companies are. Like, I got to give it to them
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's like they've done a great job. But now we're in an interesting climate where have you been seeing like the things that they're trying to pass as far as uh, like getting kids off of like social media, off of those types of things, and
Oh, like they're not allowed to have social media until a certain age or
well,
something.
like more so like set up like blockers.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
and like government, Congress is going after like big tech companies because of like the addictive nature for
Yeah.
yeah, for it, for kids, adolescents, and those things. And
Yeah.
matter of fact, there's a DPS school that just recently started putting into place a policy where they completely don't have phones during the school day.
Oh,
And like they put them in like some type of pack or something.
yeah.
And they're interviewing some of the kids, and they're like, yeah, actually, it's been really good for like our learning and things. And for them at that age to recognize that, that's huge.
That's very huge.
But I think, it comes back to like as much bad things that are going on in this world, like war that we're in right now, the our gas prices because of it and everything. Like I was driving over here, 459 that I saw just right
Bro.
over here.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's stupid, but at the same time, God does such a great job of showing light on things too,
Yeah.
like that. Like, okay, now we're in this transitional phase where people are actually trying to do something about getting our kids off of social media,
Yeah.
right? I mean, because I see it in the kids that I coach anymore, man. It's like every single person is trying to be an influencer, and
Mm.
every single kid is trying to do everything trendy. And
Yeah.
I get it because that's part of the thing that is going to help us be successful in
Yeah.
this. Um, but I think there's a time and place for it
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Um,
Streaming has changed everything. Streaming is because people it's like access. They want access to you 24/7. Like Kai Cenat when he did his streaming marathon or whatever, that dude was on stream sleeping. Like,
Mhm.
and people, they just want that behind the scenes. I just don't get it, man. It's for me, I'm a very private person. Like,
Yeah.
what you see is what I want you to see.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and I've just never understood the concept of streaming.
Yeah.
Like I I've seen like a couple times when people are like watching people stream and stuff and
Yeah.
watching people play video games. I'm like, how the hell does it make sense to watch somebody play a video
Video
game
game.
that you play?
Right. Yeah. Why don't you just play it?
But like it hooks people. And
Yeah.
it does. It's a type of addiction or whatever it might be, man. And
Yeah.
it's just it's something that I don't understand. But like I'm sure there are things that I do that other people don't understand as well.
True.
Um, but ultimately what I've noticed is a lot of screen time, a lot of all the things that we've been talking about really start to drain my energy and again come into this ever revolving cycle of feeling good one day, feeling kind of shitty the next day.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, how can we be more even keel? Because riding that wave sometimes gets a little exhausting.
It does. With this, do you ever find yourself when you are having too much screen time, do you see it take away from your physical activity, like your movement?
Yeah, absolutely. Because there will be times where like I catch myself doom scrolling and I'm supposed to be like getting ready to work out because this is the window that I need to work out.
Yeah.
And it's like it it's so crazy because it takes so much more effort to just put my phone down and just go work out
Yeah.
rather than to just put it down to begin with and just go do it.
Yeah.
And whether it's screen time, if it's a nice day like it is today, like just going out for a walk.
Yeah.
Like what's so bad about doing that?
Yeah.
You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
For
What
sure.
about you?
Yeah, I definitely find myself like I was working out yesterday, dude. I found myself more concerned with picking the song than working out, bro. Yeah, at that point I was like, I need to put my phone down
Yeah,
and just get into the routine. You know what I'm saying? Forget the vibe, forget the perfect playlist, whatever. And I started thinking, man, maybe I should just start working out without music and then just be present. You know?
bro. Yeah, I'm kind of chuckling to myself because I'm gonna sound like a psycho.
Hmm.
But you know what I do sometimes?
Huh.
I work out in silence,
Oh.
bro. 'Cause I'm like, because like one for
Yeah.
that reason, because there are just days where you just can't find the right song, no matter what song it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And two, I'm like, you know what? If I can challenge myself to get through this hard ass workout without hearing anything other than my breath, then I can accomplish anything.
Yeah.
And I mean, sure enough, it'd be working sometimes, man. But like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be like, if I work out after work or something,
Yeah.
and I'm pissed off because I didn't get up early enough to get it done before,
Yeah.
and it's like a squat workout, and you'll be hearing me. I'm like just frustrated, like grunting through every rep.
In there fight demons.
Bro, yeah, that's the best way I could put it. Yeah, man. If you ever want to like really challenge yourself one day, try to work out with no music.
Oh
Just
man.
work out to the sound of you breathing.
Oh, it's out of my breathing and my daunting thoughts.
Yeah, literally. Like
Oh,
if there's anything that'll get you motivated, it's them daunting thoughts.
oh, bro, I'm so weak, dog. Yeah.
But I mean, it is nice to clear the air, clear the clutter sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, for sure.
and even one thing that I'll kind of do that I've been doing recently at least is if I'm finishing my workout, because I like to finish my workout with at least 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes 30 of just like an incline walk,
For sure.
just to get an extra little sweat.
Yeah.
You know, I like to eat. And but I'll like listen to the music, but like I'll also pull up like the lyrics as it's singing.
Hmm.
And I don't know, like there's just something about it that keeps me focused on just the lyrics and like not just trying to finish the workout and helps me be more present during that. So it's something I'd recommend
Yeah.
if you ever like catch yourself getting on the treadmill or something.
Yeah. Do you say, or do you think it helps you with memorizing lyrics?
Yeah, that's another thing too.
Yeah.
Because you know, whenever I step on stage for karaoke again, it'll certainly help. Um, but another thing too is, and I just actually started doing this week is One of the things I've really wanted to do is, and it's taken me until May to do this, but learn words weekly. And
Oh,
so I downloaded this app that will like shoot you out words every so often that you can learn and then practice and things.
yeah.
And that's just another thing that I like to do, like while I'm getting tired, is like really sharpen up my mental,
Mm.
and by challenging myself to like learn these new words and things. And I
Yeah.
don't know, man, like it's more stress relieving than I thought it would be.
Hmm.
Like it's there's just something about doing something physical and you having to do like focus so heavily on one thing while your body is moving.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's been something that I'm really going to continue to focus on.
Yeah, bro, that's dope. I never would have thought about that. And it's almost like two birds, one stone for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And as much as I don't like to multitask,
Mm-hmm.
like that's one thing that I feel like I have enough control over to be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. Do you find yourself, um, or actually, are there other things that you do multitask, or you pretty much more like I need to do one thing at a time?
It really depends, man. Um, I like to get things done like in one sitting a lot, depending on what it is, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, but when I'm like really on, like when Deuce is in flow state,
Yeah.
it's because I've mapped out my week completely. I've set like allotted times, and I need to be more consistent with that because that's another thing that helps my energy, helps me reduce that stress.
Hmm.
But what about you, man?
Multitasking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I would say it depends on what it is. If it's a bunch of small things happening at once, I try to. Like for example, you'll probably see me if I'm cooking, I'm also washing dishes at the same time. That way I hate dishes after cooking,
Well, that
bro.
makes sense, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that for sure. Sometimes that, like when I am working out, I like to listen to music as well when I'm dialed in for sure. But through that, I think when I'm listening to the music in the background, but still focusing on that workout, I start to study the music a little bit.
Mm.
In that sense, and sometimes with driving, I really like driving with music, um, and I think it helps me with just my inspiration behind a lot of just stuff and like, oh, okay, like that's an interesting flow, or that's an interesting word choice, or why did you rhyme here, why did you switch your flow here, like those kind of different things. I feel like my brain just starts firing off different kind of questions for
Hmm.
sure.
So, what helps influence the type of music that you want to produce next?
Ooh, next. um
Or just like whatever project that you're like considering when you're studying these different sounds?
Yeah. For late night drive, definitely driving. I think that's a lot more dark. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? Dark environment or ambiance, I
Mm.
guess, is the word I'm looking for sure. With a little bit more um smaller lighting as well. And actually for the cover is really cool. You'll see here in a couple of weeks, as I did a sparkler shoot at night. And you can set your camera to a certain setting where that way you'll be able to capture the sparklers, but you can make something out of it. So it's
Oh,
going really,
what?
really slow. Yeah. So I drew an 8 with a sparkler and caught it. Yeah.
That's cool.
On camera. And then I went and I edited it as well. So it looks still like a sparkler, but more reddish. It's kind of emo when you look at it. And it's something that I really enjoyed. I was telling Jay, like, man, this is one of my favorite shoots. It was cold as shit that night,
Hmm.
but man, it was so fun. And I should have brought a different kind of lighter, but all I had was just a regular.
Bic.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, dude. Trying to light a sparkler with a big, bro, it takes forever. One of the worst decisions in my life. Bro, I should have got a torch or something. Yeah,
Hmm.
that took forever, and it's got colder and colder. But yeah, so those kind of things. And with ether, it was actually very foggy outside, so it was to the point where we couldn't even see this building right here. And I was like, man, this is heavy fog. This would be really, really cool. So I envisioned around fog slash snow. Is kind of what really brought it to life, and thinking about just the heavy emotions or the very um what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like emptiness
Hmm.
in the space. When you see the cover, it'll make a lot more sense. It's just me and then just a white background, but it's actually
Oh,
just fog. Like I
so
did no editing behind that.
like would it be best described as like melancholy?
Yeah, very like I would say like a void is nice. I think a nice description for it.
Hmm.
Um but yeah, man, it's something that I'm very uh just prone to environment for sure when I am making music. So I try to be a little bit more um decisive, I guess, with what environment I'm gonna let influence the vibe for sure, along with whatever like kind of music that I'm studying for sure. But I think that even goes into what kind of movies and stuff that I'm watching, because I like to watch a lot of movies to inspire me. Like for one of my earlier projects, Time, I really like the movie Tenet, and yeah.
Yeah, I never finished that one.
Oh, bro, you have to. For me, that's like top three, dog.
Really? Is
Yeah.
it? It's pretty trippy, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I still love Inception, but
See, that's what I always hear it compared to is
yeah,
Inception. That's what I
yeah,
kind of thought too.
yeah. It's in the same kind of realm, but imagine going like if you were able to go like backwards in time. It's kind of crazy
Hmm.
to think about. Man, it's one of those trippy movies that you just man you get lost in the sauce with
Hmm.
that stuff. And it's just really good writing, but yeah, man, I really like those kind of mind boggling movies. Got you thinking a little bit. Like those psychological movies for sure.
Yeah, have you ever seen Don't Look Up?
Oh, is that one was recent
Within like the last couple few years, yeah.
on Netflix? Yeah,
Yeah.
was it when all the technology went all great and stuff?
No, that's Leave the World Behind. That's
Oh
another trippy one though.
yeah,
This one, Don't Look Up, is with Leonardo DiCaprio, but basically the entire world knows that there's like some asteroid or something that's getting ready to literally destroy the world.
yeah.
And literally everybody's making a joke of it. They're like, ah, it's what it is. But like honestly, when you watch it, you're like, actually, that's terrifying because that's probably what would happen.
Happen. True.
Because
Very people
be-
on Twitter making jokes. Oh my god.
because we're so unserious of a society anymore.
Yeah.
And like thank God for some of that stuff, but
Yeah.
other times when like your president is saying some like
Yeah.
it's like, all right, how much of this can we actually let him get away with? Like calling a lady piggy? Are you kidding me?
Man, no, don't even get me started, though.
Like like I'll just come out and say like I'm a very middle of the road person when it comes to politics.
Yeah.
But like especially when our leader is talking about piggy, talking like just completely disrespecting people.
Yeah.
Even had a couple like the astronauts that went up to space and
Oh,
recently, I
yeah.
forgot what the mission was called, but
I think it was another Apollo mission or
yeah.
something.
And so
Yeah.
it like one of the first things that the president told the astronaut, he's
Hmm.
just like, "Oh, this guy has big ears. It's like he can hear anything." Like basically along those lines. I'm like,
What, dog?
yeah, this is
That's the
when
first thing you want to say on one of these historical moments in time. That's going to be one of the first quotes
it's a
in history
joke.
books.
It's a joke, and it's so annoying, man, because I don't know. That's people just get brainwashed, bro. That's all I gotta say. People get brainwashed.
Oh man, it kind of remind you. Remember that movie 2012, bro?
Yeah.
Bro, I think that was much different because people were taking that serious back then. The climate's very different. Oh man, 2012 scared the shit out of me. I
Hmm.
thought it was over with. I dead ass thought it was over with. Because I was still at that point. As a child, I'm very gullible. I would believe anything you tell
No
me.
doubt.
Oh my goodness, we had to be like 11 or 12 years old at that point. I think it was like what, seventh
12, well,
grade.
like 13, I think.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
because
bro.
it came out in 2012, right?
Yeah, so I guess yeah, like around that age, dude. Oh man, and it's just one of those things, dog. It when you see, I think how other people react to things back then. Oh, okay, like we're taking this serious, but then now thinking about that movie, like that would be kind of like sad, especially thinking about anything that happens really in today's society, people are immediately going online making jokes about it, not taking some of the stuff serious. Some of it, sure, we can joke and be fun about it, but other stuff, like, not entirely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I don't know. Whenever it comes to leadership
Yeah.
and people that have extreme power, like the president of the United States,
Yeah.
I think it just you have to be a certain type of person that upholds themselves,
Yeah.
and we've been missing out on that for quite amount of time now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, even Joe Biden, like,
Joey B.
brother,
Yeah.
that poor dude, losing his mind. I mean, you know, president now probably doing the same thing, but yeah, it was just like so sad to watch. Like, just that was our president. Like, just the fact that these are the options that we have to run this country.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's beyond me. That's all I got to say.
Crazy times, and it's one of those with our topic. It's one of those kind of smaller cuts that were just in the back of our mind.
Hmm.
Like, man, these are people and situations, circumstances that are happening in real time that eventually affect our community, our nation, our globe, and those are things that these are things that are important for sure. And it's may not necessarily be something that, like, oh, like I know this person because I see them across the street every day, but still those things eventually trickle its way down, those small conversations, those small decisions, those small instances, and eventually everything starts to compound for sure.
And you know what I can't stand about that though is, to your point about it trickling down to us, is when people, whether you're on one side or another, or you're in the middle of the road, kind of like we are,
Yeah.
is, or like I am, I should say, is um, the hate that comes with it.
Mhm.
Like, the fact that people are supporting or not supporting, it's just like, man, why can't we just come together? Like, there, without getting too political, like, there are countries across the pond that are like, thank thank God, United States of America is at it with each other right now
Yeah.
because they got a buffoon of a leader. but um, no, but seriously, it was, and you can make the same case for when Biden was in office. Like, you got somebody that is clearly having trouble form sentences
Yeah.
running the country.
Yeah.
And man, I don't know, it's just like, why can't we just get to a point where we can just love one another, man? Why, and support one another as God intended us to do? And I think there's just like so much spiritual warfare going on right now as well. Well,
Yeah.
that's literally what the leading cause is. That's what it is behind the scenes, that
Yeah.
not everybody can open their eyes to.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, oh man, crazy times to think about, and it's true, and I think that's another smaller cut that people forget about is spiritual warfare. And there's things that happen in the spiritual realm that's not happening in
That you
our
can
physical.
see.
Yeah, in our physical realm, there's, man, it's a bunch of scary shit for sure. It's spooky, like it really is. Not to sound like childish or nothing. It's
It is spooky. That's the best way to put it.
yeah, bro. It's really it's unnerving.
It's a good word.
Yeah, to think about how a lot of this stuff comes to fruition. The devil works behind the scenes, constantly working, brother, trying to just get in and different stuff through social media, through just people hating, and just, oh, there's a lot of just stuff, man. I try to just stay out of it, dog.
As much as, like, yes, I try to stay out of it too.
It's hard to
It's
escape
hard to
sometimes.
escape. It's hard to escape. And once my dad sees this, he's gonna be like, starting to rub off on you, huh? But like, I get so frustrated when I go and he's watching, like, just the news or something,
Yeah.
and I'm like, bro, can we just put it down for a second? But like, the older I get, Derek and I were talking about this. It's like, it's good to be informed.
Yes.
Like,
Very.
there were times where I was like, I don't want to even know, like, out of sight, out of mind. But now I'm getting older, it kind of makes sense to stay in tune, just like,
Oh, have to.
yeah, to be educated about things. We talk a lot about all these things that kind of bog us down affect our energy, death by a thousand cuts. But it's always good to look at the other side of the picture, like the takeaways of what we can do and what works for us in order to combat those things, to reduce our stress levels, to make sure that we're at a good place to be our full selves unapologetically. So,
Yeah.
what are some of the things that help you prioritize how you're going to spend your energy?
I think figuring out what's most important within each given day,
Mm,
I think really kind of determines the rest of my day slash week slash month. Actually, for today, I had in my notes, I forget exactly what it's called, but something just kind of launch my month because we were talking like, man, May is gonna be super busy, and I did my calendar, man. That's only like part of my calendar what's on there, and it's like, oh man, there's so much more. But I call it May kickoff, and
mm,
just for today, as far as like, hey, like what needs to happen so that way we can have a good month. I feel like if I can get a really good start through prioritizing like, hey, what needs to happen today, this week, this month, and then that way I can really start to dial in and be a little bit more focused on what needs to happen,
yeah,
for sure. So let's say prioritizing exactly what needs to happen, what are some of the goals, and try to make it happen in smaller steps. But then also, I think what I find to be helpful is um, exercise
yeah,
as well. I'm definitely getting a little bit better about it consistently. Trying to work. I think I started out with working out 4 days a week. I think I'm trying to get to about five, maybe six. Even if it's not for like a super long time, I think just getting that motion, getting movement has been really, really helpful,
no doubt.
for sure. And those kind of things. And of course, I think music is always and always father as well.
Hmm.
Yeah. What about you? What are some of those things that you find to be helpful?
Similar to you, with the concept again of reverse engineering things.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, when we were doing some planning the other day, I went back and after thinking about the plethora of things that we have coming up
Yeah.
in May, June, therefore,
July.
yeah, the whole year, it's
Yeah.
just going to continue to compound.
Yeah.
And if we don't prioritize things and we let our schedule get chaotic, hectic,
Hmm.
then we're going to be completely burned out. And that's not what we want to do.
Man, could you imagine not scheduling or planning? It just gave me a little
Ooh,
like,
yeah, it'll give me the willy nillies.
yeah,
Nah, you put me in a different trance there. No, I
yeah,
can't. I
yeah,
can't imagine that.
yeah.
Uh,
That's a scary thought.
yeah, but literally what I did on the way or when I got back home, the first thing I did, I was like, I'm ordering a planner.
Yeah.
I ordered a planner, bro, and I was like, I have to. I don't care how old school it is. I'm like,
Yeah.
because I can do everything that I can on my phone, but then it's going to bring me back to my phone,
Yeah.
more screen time.
Yeah.
Um, so I was just like, you know what? Um, I was very specific in finding which one too, because I wanted one that had both weekly and monthly.
Oh, nice.
And so that I could just have my major, like these are the, I don't want to necessarily call them deadlines, but big dates
That are
that are
happening.
happening exactly. And now, what do I need to do from now till then
Yeah.
to get those things done? What do I need to do in between? And
Yeah.
so forth and so on. And so I think just kind of making it in a way that works for me more than anything,
Yeah.
because sometimes I'll get caught up in just the organization piece. It's like, okay, let's take a little step back, take a breather. Whatever happens, just make sure it works for you.
Yeah.
Because I think we can get a little caught up in trying to do everything, or I know I can at least trying to do everything so perfect
Yeah.
and not giving enough grace in that sense.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely um good that you do that, especially with a planner for sure. Man, I haven't done a weekly one. I've only done like the month or by the month, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
The weekly one sounds very, very helpful. I tried to use that board, that this week one over there
Mm-hmm.
for a start, and just wasn't enough room, bro.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just wasn't enough room. What's going on each day?
And the only reason I don't necessarily like the dry erase method
Mm,
is you don't always get that picture of what you've already done,
mm,
like all the things that
yeah,
you've made progress on because
yeah,
I mean, you could take pictures, obviously,
yeah.
but I just like having it in one
Place.
place to be able
Yeah,
to look back on and things. And
yeah.
I don't know, it's just been super helpful so far. So, keeping with tradition, man, as we kind of start to get towards the end of this thing, one of the final question that I wanted to ask you was, um, we've been talking about prioritizing things. We've been talking about like this concept of death by a thousand cuts. What does it look like for Leaf to be more selective with how you spend your energy?
I would say kind of what we were talking about a little bit earlier, thinking about what is my top priorities in certain seasons for sure. And really thinking about like, okay, does this thing help with reaching this goal? Yes, cool. No, maybe let's like figure out a alternative or whatever the case is in that sense. So I think really dialing in and seeing what is ultimately, I think the best way to put it is like what is in alignment
Hmm.
with me slash my goal, whatever I got going on for sure.
That's $1 million question, though. Like,
Yeah.
what is in alignment with whatever I put my hand to? And I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of power in that to be able to recognize those things when you have your clear set vision.
Yeah.
Is okay. Do these things align with that or not? And I know
Yeah.
Jordan, if he watches this, he's going to be proud of me saying that.
For sure.
But I think in on my side, it's being able to say no more
Mm, yeah.
because we've we've talked before and try to be all these different things for people. Um, yeah, I've just been reevaluating things in my life a lot lately, and um, being I don't want to say less selfless necessarily, but just kind of prioritizing myself a little bit more,
Mm,
putting myself first in situations where it's appropriate to do so.
yeah.
Because I think that's where my personal dilemma comes into play as far as like trying to be this person for everybody all the time
Yeah.
versus knowing that it's going to drain me.
You say it's like establishing boundaries, would you say, or
Yeah,
call it?
I
Yeah,
think that's a great way to put it too.
for sure.
um because sometimes we just got to lock in on planning for our next trip for
Yeah.
plant and push,
Yeah.
as a small example,
Yeah.
and taking the time to do that
Yeah.
doesn't always mean that we're going to be able to go hang out, go grab a drink or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
We need to like stay put
Yeah.
and make sure that the work gets done first. And
Absolutely.
so, yeah, man, just being able to say no more. And I know that's super simple, but I think it captures a lot of kind of my new motion, my new energy moving forward.
For sure.
So,
Indeed.
hell yeah.
That's very nicely put there, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely.
But as always, man, we appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you,
Yeah, with
brother,
these
as always, man.
keeping it real on these conversations. I know we kind of touched on some things we don't normally touch on, like politics and things. But
Yeah.
um, man, again, if this episode uh, connected with you in any sort of way, we appreciate you guys for watching and for sharing it with others. Man, we love building this community. There's times that we're going into that are uncertain, but man, just love each other at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Keep positivity. And as always,
Keep on pushing.